Possible. Possible. Possible.
All right, y'all. What is this? This
It's
episode 5?
episode 5.
This
Yeah,
5?
episode 5. Yeah, this
This
5.
5? Oh shit,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Look, man.
Brother Akazi was on a mission for two of the episodes, man.
Mr. Private Sector Akazi's been out doing private mission works for as they call God's work. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
Yes.
put it at that, you know what I'm saying? God's work. But this is episode 5. This is the Anti Network. This is your boy, Brother X. You see who in the middle this time. Brother Father Time, Brother COMARK in the building. Got the glasses on looking like both our daddies. Then our brother back like good crack, but he ain't affiliated. Brother Akazi, welcome back, even though he never left, but he's back. He was there in spirit, man. How y'all fellas doing?
I'm doing good.
Feeling
Yeah.
good, feeling good. How
That's
you
what's
doing,
up.
Mr. Freedom Will Reign?
Oh, I'm actually blessed. I'm blessed. I want to
All
shout
right.
out to my big sister. Today's her birthday, so happy birthday, big
Hey,
sis.
shout out to
Yes,
Big
happy
Sis,
birthday,
man,
happy
for making
birthday,
sure
big
she was
sis.
the first subscriber, we think. And she got my boy, Brother COMARK, aka Dr. Harrington, to use less profanity. Now, if y'all know this brother, this boy cussed like he should have went to the Navy. That's all I'm going to say right there. But, you know, shout out to Big Sis. Happy belated or happy birthday, you know. Show the love, you know what I'm saying? So, today's going to probably be a short content because, you know, the brothers are busy today. The brothers are busy. B-A-B. So, we're starting off the cool topic today. We're trying to take it easy this week because we know this is holiday weekend. You got y'all count Black Friday. Y'all know y'all count Black Friday. Then y'all got Thanksgiving. Now, you know, either I don't mess with either one, but we gonna rock with it. So the first on the list, and we talked about today, was the craziness I believe Brother COMARK stumbled upon. And that craziness is what we believe to be a runway show at a what is the
Funeral.
guy at a funeral? But he was
Right.
like a what is he? He was
A fashion designer.
a fashion. That's the word. He's a fashion designer.
Yes.
Now this guy, I guess he made the strange request to have a runway at his funeral. Now when you first see the video, which will be popping up in a second. So then now that y'all seen the video, and brother's already seen the video, let's start with Brother Akazi. We ain't hear from him in a minute. Cause we know Brother COMARK we already got the game. Brother Akazi, when you seen this, and this looks kind of like some island stuff, like some, I don't know, like some Trinidadian stuff, bro. Like this could have been your cousins, man. What's going on with this video, man? Like as of now, we see it's a funeral, but
Right.
is these the new norms to expecting funerals like theatrics? You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna see a rap battle at a funeral? What's next, brother? What's on your mind?
Well, you know what? I everything is a question. What's the tradition? What is a tradition? Do we just fall into a norm that when something different happens, we see everything else as taboo? But then when that thing becomes the norm, it's like, well, this is normal now. So when I seen it, I thought it was a runway show, but then it's more of a, she's modeling for, I think the guy's name is Vernes Moore, fashion designer out of Jersey. But the thing is now is that if that was his request, that was his request. If it wasn't his request, but they knew that he was full of life, and this is something that he always said I want this at my funeral, why not do it? I don't see how people say you have to respect the dead. I never quite got that term because, with all the respect, I mean this in the most respectful way. The dead can't hear or see. How are we respecting them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't that word respect goes to someone who can actually deem it as, okay, you're being respectful? You know what I mean?
I think
that's good.
I think that is. Let me just interject real quick. I believe respect is respect. It don't matter if they're alive or dead. Because I'm gonna be honest, brothers. If y'all die tomorrow, and even though y'all dead, I couldn't imagine nobody talking about y'all. as my brother Marco say, freedom probably will ring disrespecting my dead brothers. I'm not a fan of playing with the dead like that. I've never been one with the new trend smoking on the dead, playing with the dead. But I think respect has more grounds in the building you're at. So if that's a church, I think the respect lies way more with the church and how you operate in that church, whether it's a funeral or not. So if some of these events are going to be crazy like that, I think maybe you should take it outside of a religious venue, because I think that could disrespect it more on a go against a lot of religious principles and how people deem that to be appropriate in the house of the Lord. But that's just my opinion. Brother Marco, brother Father Time, as far as from your view, your perspective of this video, as a Southern man you is, what do you make of this?
I do agree with you on every part that you say, man, because of the fact that if today in my society, I was still, if a funeral passed by, I know I've never been taught this, but seeing it from like my parents and my uncles and auntie, when a funeral passed by, you still turn down the radio, you still slow down, you still passing by, and that's you giving your godly respect or whatever. And people, when you go see somebody, you go see them to a funeral, you pay respect, right? You be quiet, you're silent, or you close your eyes, you pray to them, and you give respect to their mother, their fathers, their uncles, auntie, kids, whatever the case may be. I feel like if you want to do a fashion show, if you want to do whatever you want to do, you should have took that on the runway. You should have took it to, a fashion show or whatever like that and did it right there. If you honestly want to give respect to somebody, you want to do it in the house of the Lord and not do it. And I'm gonna say it from here. I know probably people is going to ridicule me for it,
I got the
but
men
down here in
ready.
the South, we down here in the South, we got a place called Golden Gate, right? Who's actually did this for requests. They've done people like this, and they be like, "Hey, what do y'all want to do?" They've done barbecues, and they've done carnivals and stuff like that because that's what people requested. I don't know if y'all saw the video of some guy who passed away, and he was always at the club. They took his body and put it in the club, and that's got to be the most disrespectful thing to everybody, even him himself. I understand you want to give tribute to him or whatever like that, but come on, man, let's be more respectful to even him, his body, and to everybody around. That's that to me. I don't think you can do that. If you want to do it, pay homage to him in a different way. Put videos up to him in the club or whatever, and excuse me, and play it, at a wake or at his house or something like that before you do the funeral, but not at a funeral. Take him to a club or where that's disrespectful to me. And that's my opinion. That's my opinion on it.
And
But
his
everybody else
opinion
got their
is
own. That's everybody else got their own opinion. And please, I say if I go, I do want a party or whatever like that. But you throw my party before or after. Don't bring the party to my funeral. And my wife is probably gonna be like, I just want to cremate him. I just want to give him his gun salutes and stuff like that, and bury him and leave it alone because I know she gonna grieve like a motherfucker. But excuse me, big sis, but she gonna do whatever she wanna do and just leave it alone. But that's on her, and y'all gotta respect my wife and my children or whoever here when I pass away. But other than that, don't do no dumb shit at my party. And X, if you there, if them motherfuckers act an ass, by all means, do what you gotta do, brother.
Hey, bro, y'all see the background now. Y'all see the background. Look, but you just tell me which one you need to bring there. You know what I'm saying? Brother
Bring them
Cousin,
all, brother. Bring
bro,
them all.
hey, bro, I'll bring whatever you need me to bring. I'll show out for my brother now. If you say it got to go this way, it got to go this way. In the house of the Lord or outside the house of the devil, however you want it done, brother, we going to get it done. You feel me? But at least we not going to have it like Chirac when your cat's getting drug about it from an op. You know what I'm saying? Because that's probably the worst I didn't see when it comes to a
I
funeral.
seen a clip of that.
And I think that, I know people thinking like, why this topic is relevant to the internet work. For one, I think it's more about the times we're in. And people need to think like, I understand times move forward, we supposed to advance, but does advancement kind of mix with foolery? Because that's how I kind of look at it. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you're right to have a venue of your death. I mean, about your death, however you want, for sure. But come on now, is how we finna go about these things as adults? This dude probably like 50. Some of these dudes who getting killed in 20, 30s. I can understand some young boy stuff, even though they don't give an excuse. But come on now, this is what we doing today. We gotta have more sense, people. We gotta think more original than this. You know what I'm saying? We gotta think more authentic because this doesn't look good for the people. Doesn't look good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you said that, and I know it. This topic is going to actually go into the last topic that we're going to talk about, but we're going to skip into that later. And I'm glad you said the times, and the
I really am.
society of
Right.
what we're talking about. So it's actually going to definitely go into the last topic we're going to talk about today.
Okay. So I know that we also had another discussion that probably take up a lot of the meat of this video for the day. Now, this topic came from Brother Kazi, who was doing private sector Lord's work, and he decided to hit us with what is hip hop doing for us?
Hip hop has been around for 50 years.
I could say us as in black people. I could say us as in a lot of things. But I think I'm gonna let Brother Akazi give the intro to this. So, Brother Akazi, can you further elaborate the people on what was the conversation that we had as amongst our brothers when it comes to actually it was between you and Mark. I had my popcorn just listening, you know what I'm saying? But
Not a single hospital, not a single school, not a single bank, not a single supermarket, not a single distribution company. How can we call hip hop a blessing to the black community when that type of money being made off of our culture and the community doesn't benefit from it at all?
but between you and Brother Marco, what was the conversation based around hip hop? You don't mind bringing that in for us?
Yeah, that's no problem. So as I was doing like my private work and then looking in on the how people speak, how people carry themselves, and then you see a lot of them, they got the headphones in the ear and they're just always doing this, singing to themselves, whatever it might be. So then it triggered like, okay, we're here in America. Um, Based off of what he's saying or singing, I know it's not reggae, I know it's not dancehall. So it's either hip hop or rap. It's definitely not country music. Definitely hip hop or rap. And we look at these young people how they carry themselves. So then I start thinking collectively as a whole, as black people or African Americans, I should say. That little box we got to take. African Americans, I should say. What has hip hop done for the African American society on the whole? Now, brother Marco was saying, well, it done a lot X, Y, Z, but that is very past tense to me. And correct me because I don't know much about it because I don't know much about hip hop or rap. I'm only going by what I'm actually seeing going on in the communities, listening to the songs, hearing the songs that are affecting these communities, the communities that these songs are affecting. But then it's more of capitalism. Okay, I can make money off this community by putting this out. This is how they're gonna act. It's almost like they have their psychology game down packed so much that we know if we put this here, this is gonna happen. This has something positive to happen. So I ask you guys because you guys were born here in this country, you guys were raised in this country. Collectively, as black people, what has hip hop or rap done for us on a whole? What has it done?
Brother Marco, I know.
So
I listen. I'm going to say these quick things. Brother Marco already got the goddamn Chat GPT style down. He already studied. He ready for war. So I have to interject that, folks. Brother Marco finna take the stage. Go ahead, lace the shoes real quick, brother.
so he's saying now. He's not saying back in the past. He's not talking
Right.
about like the Ice Cube era. He's not
No.
talking about the Run
No.
DMC era. He's not talking about. I'm not even gonna say Outkast, because if you even look at Ice, Outkast, Andre 3000, those guys,
Right.
Dr. Dre, he's not talking about those guys. So he's not talking about the entrepreneurship. He's not talking about those. You're talking about, and I'm gonna just say it. You're talking about like the baby. You're talking about Blueface. you talking about you talking about you talking about these little knuckleheads or whatever like that who were talking about gangs and you talking about killing people, slapping their moms. You talking about those type of people. And I do understand what you're saying, as a whole right now. That they're toxifying our children, toxifying, the teenage, um, minds and things like that. They're talking about, beating up teachers and things like that. They're in a hole right now, are probably not doing a lot of things for um the culture now. But you gotta think about it though. And I know I said the baby, but they are still putting out a lot of music that's still rising. You gotta think about like what was going on with like the George Floyd movement. Like when that happened, right? You gotta think about go ahead.
I got my hand up in class, right? Because
Yeah,
this
yeah,
just
go
came
for it.
to mind, teacher. So was it that this song was put out, and I heard that song. Don't get me wrong, it's a dope song. These are great artists, lyricists, everything. Was it that this song was put out because yeah, I feel something, or was it I can capitalize on this and make so much. I can play on people's feelings on this. What in your opinion, what do you think it was?
I think it was both. It was to tell the black community that we can rise above, rise above what's going on, to let everybody know that we cannot be stepped upon. Like we have our own minds. We have our own voice. Don't let everybody sit upon us and tell us that we can't be the movement that we won, 100 years ago, 200
Correct.
years ago, and things of that nature. That we can still be, like you said, trying to keep my own eyes on my paper, like my teacher told me when I was a little kid. I'm still trying to push forward, and even like um uh some of the things like Lil Baby saying about I'm putting money in my own friends who made me so that they can rise above everything that they're going through. A lot of these artists are still, even though they're making bad music, they're still putting lyrics in there to tell people that, and tell kids that you can still make it, you know, and that you have to listen to it. I don't think a lot of these kids are listening to the
Mm,
good music. They're
got it.
listening to the bad language that's going through. And I'm a lyricist, so I like R&B a lot, but I listen to the music and listen to the words. And you have to understand the the line between the line, and that's what people don't understand. So there's still a lot of artists that out there saying, "Hey, get this," like Rick Ross, who's out there saying, "Hey, I made it. You can do it too." You know, who else can I say? Even Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates is out there saying that, I've tried it over and over. I had the same woman since I was broke, sitting on a mattress, the same mattress that was on the floor. If you listen to what I'm doing, I've been in the same apartment since I was, broke. If you listen to his lyrics, he's telling you this is what I did. This is how you grow, things of that nature. I know I'm gonna say Jay-Z because Jay-Z is still in that
Right.
same era,
Right.
whatever like that. Like he said, don't take the 500,000 or whatever. Like you mean don't take the dinner that I had. Take the music and listen to my blueprint because I'm teaching you how to make money, how to be an entrepreneur, how to grow from what um the systemic society that everybody's trying to say as black people what you shouldn't be, but what you should be is somebody who can grow from all the project things and government assistance that you shouldn't be, and grow from that and be somebody better.
So
Whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
guess
whoa,
my
whoa, whoa, whoa,
oh,
whoa, whoa. I
go
know,
go.
brother, Kaz, you got the ammo ready, but it's something really for both of y'all. Did y'all ever think about where would music be without rap? Let's not talk about hip hop. So I understand what y'all
Yeah.
saying, but when you talk about the energy of rap, I get it when y'all display that it comes off very demonic or negative. But if there was no rap, Do you think the state of what we are being as black people will be better or worse?
I did because I actually had a rebuttal for it. I think we will be worse because we
I
wouldn't
agree.
have anything to grow. We wouldn't have anything to grow off. But also, the world will be worse because if you listen to it, I walked down the same Kevin Gates song "Power." Right? If you listen to it, there's a country song called "Power" too. He took Kevin Gates' song and made it into his own without saying the word "pussy" in it. If you listen to it,
Mm,
it's in Walmart everywhere. If you sit there and listen to it, it's everywhere. They
Mm.
take our music and make it into their own without our beats, without our, rhythm and stuff like that, and make it to their own. They copycat us in every single way, from our styles, from our clothes, from our rhythm, everything. So not only us, where would we be without, with our music and styles? Where would the, Caucasian community? Where would the anybody, even reggae? I have to say the same thing.
I think now, I feel you to a certain degree when you talk about music, but I'm particularly talking about rap in general, and I say rap strongly because of the fact that as I look at it, listening to you guys, if we didn't have rap, we would literally, as we speaking about this color, we will be more effed, in my opinion, than ever. Just rap alone. Now, people could talk about country, Christian, R&B, ribs and barbecue, however you want to paint this. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about everything that has good harmony. The only reason why I think rap is influential is because even though these tunes come off negative and demonic, really these are their stories. I
Yeah,
know people look at it like, damn, like they don't got a story about nothing else. But if you think about it, when these guys listen to their favorite artists, they're listening to guys who they think that replicates them or mimic their lifestyle. So when you
mm,
mention like the little babies, you can even go into the blue faces, you can go into the Meeks, the Rosses. They was talking about cocaine, pushes, whatever. People like music that relates to their lifestyle. Now the only issue is if I feel if you remove hip hop, now you don't give no leeway to the trauma we deal with in our society. Because remember, we don't have
mm,
um how would I say, mental rehabilitation facilities to help us. We don't have a lot of outreach programs. We don't have a lot of like shit. We used to have a lot of boys and girls clubs going on. We don't even really have that no more. So
right.
without making it a book from my words, I think if rap was not in it all, there won't be a lot of storytelling that comes from our demographic, which it would make us even harder to come out because yeah, it does. It is raunchy of some of the things they say and how they carry themselves. But a lot of times, even though a lot of us don't act on it, we think like, hey, we could be the next Lil Baby, we could be the next Tupac, we could be the next 50, we could be the next J. Cole, Drake. You know what I'm saying? You name it, Kendrick, we can be them. The issue is when it comes to us, society, our own the mental disabilities and everything that goes around it. So I think just with the rap alone, just rap, I think it'd be worse. Hip hop in that time with the EPMDs, Run DMCs, KRS Ones, like Big Daddy Kane's, they came from a time of knowledge. That's why I think knowledge is so critical because he was one to do it the best at his time. But
Don't forget Will Smith.
hey man, hey, Will Smith was getting jiggy in the summertime with barbecue grills, man. He ain't gonna go that far. But no, sleeping. Will Smith was actually pretty clean, bro. You can't knock Will Smith at all. But that's just my opinion as far as if you was to remove rap. Now, what you're saying, brother Kazi, do I think that rap comes off negative to our people? Of course. But I feel it would come off even worse if you take the whole situation out. That's just my side of view on what I think hip hop in its
So
currency right now.
I got one more question, right? I don't want to stretch it out because we got to
No,
get
no,
to
go
part
ahead,
two
go ahead.
before, right? So we know that rap, hip hop, whatever, that this machine is ran by some person
Mm-hmm.
because there's always capitalism behind it. I always wondered, and this is just me not knowing, is it because that 9 times out of 10 that we are not running it, that they are painting a narrative? You know who I'm talking about. They are painting a narrative for us to go by subconsciously, programming us subconsciously. Like what is it? You know what I mean?
Yes and no. And I'm gonna keep short so I want brother COMARK because he got more intel on this.
Okay.
For me, yes or no, very short. Yes, because it's marketing. Regardless on what the wave is now, money is money, business is business. And you
Correct.
see Sexy Red, you know, come on now, the Glorrillas, you know, we got we got a lot of raunchy rappers, not even just females. You know what I'm saying? But that sells. You know what I mean? If I feel right now, if we did have the power to step into the music industry and take control, it would be worse. I'm not gonna lie, it would be way worse. It would probably crash. I say that ultimately because on the anti-network as a collective, we do try to push the positive narrative. So let's look at something positive. Country music, Christian music, and anything that's rap that has no negative stereotypes or things that go against us, right? How boring is that to most of us? It's only the most boring because we can't relate. A lot of
Right.
people can't relate to the deacon. I can't because I never was born in a church like that. I can't relate to a country person singing some songs if I don't get down with the rhythm or I don't have no country town rhythm and blues or however you want to put it. That's just not for me per se. Now, can I rock with the Kendricks and the J. Cole's? For sure. Big Crits, you know, Lupe's. It's a lot of Nas. Like, I can rock with a lot of people who speak lyrics. But remember the times we come from. We 80s babies. This is like, we got the half and half. So that's just my yes or no per take on it. Brother Mark, Co-Mark, Dr. Harris?
Yeah, I'm still gonna agree with you. I think it's a yes and a no because you gotta look at Kanye West. Jesus
For,
walks, right?
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like he said, if I rap about God, would they kick me out? Will my music still sell? And that's exactly what we doing, right? He went on and he started talking about, Jesus and stuff like that. Everybody wanted to kick him to the curb. You know what I'm saying? But like when we start talking about his narrative and stuff, him talking about him being a gangster and stuff like that, it was all, oh, let's Kanye West, Kanye West, Kanye
He's
West.
GD now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
That's crazy.
how do we do it? Jay-Z or whatever like that. He was all blueprint this, I'm a thug this, 99, bitches, 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Yes,
It's
sir.
good. But when he the number one rapper or whatever like that, are you though? Are you though? So, you know what I'm saying? So we always want to push the negative, but when we talk about somebody want to be positive or whatever like that, then we try to deviate. So it is. But then we gotta think about we try to stick the genres together, hip hop and R&B, which R&B is rhythm and blues. So now we try to stick it together. So we try to turn that negative into a positive, but nobody still want to hear rhythm and blues. It's still just rap. And so everybody look at, oh, rap is a problem. Rap is a problem. Yeah, it was Kendrick Lamar, right? Who said, oh, it's hip hop is ruining our culture and stuff like that. But really, is it really hip hop that's ruining the culture? Well, we can't just say it's politics and all that type of stuff. So I think it's both. It's all negative. Everybody's negative. We turn around to the prison system and stuff like that and say, well, it's the prison system. Oh, well, no, it's not. Well, maybe it's just social media. It's not. But we all have problems. So it's a both it's a tug of war between all of it. So it's a positive and a negative. We can't just interject ourselves and say, oh, we're gonna fix rap just by bringing in one rapper to fix it. And you look at what Andre 3000 said on his interview a few minutes ago. I mean, not a few minutes ago, a few days ago, where he said, hey, I stopped rapping because I don't have anything else to rap about. I'm
He
49
did.
years old.
He did.
What I'm gonna rap about? Colonoscopies and my vision getting run,
Yeah, his vision.
get bad and stuff like that. But he said, because I want to be real, I want to relate to people. And now he can't relate to people. But if I came in and wanted to rap again and stuff like that, and rap about the war and my knees hurting and VA fucking me over and stuff like that, then people try to push me out because now I'm rapping about true shit. And that's what rappers and stuff like that are trying to do. They're trying to rap about life and give us a positive. But then you got to also think about they're also rapping about the negative because there are people getting killed on the street and what they did. So we got to take the positive and the negative, and that's what people don't see.
Got it.
Hey, I got a quick game for y'all. Now this is what I call this is what I call in 10 seconds you're dead. Now, now I just made this up listening to y'all, but I think it's a cool game. Now, I'm gonna start with brother Akazi since he the one that brought this topic. And pretty much in 10 seconds, I'm gonna ask a question And when I ask a question, y'all gonna go ping pong. And when you answer first, you gotta come right behind them, brother Marco. I just want to see something when it comes to certain genres. Well, we gonna do Christian rap. Name me 3 songs right now. Christian rap, 10 seconds. Go.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Bang bang. That's my point. That's my point. That's exactly my point. Y'all brothers is dead, and I'm gonna kill myself because I don't know nothing.
You're dead.
You know what? I would have said Bone Thugs and Harmony, but is that Bone Thugs and Harmony? Crossroads, but is that Christian rap?
I don't know. After he lost his Uncle Charles, I don't know. What does Uncle Charles do?
I don't know. He met him at the crossroads. Hell.
Yo, I see Easy up at the crossroad too, and I don't think Easy. Hey, listen, I know people gonna probably get me, but I'm speaking to how it is. I love Easy.
Or Roll Wave. What's the song?
Ride Wave.
Roll Wave got Ride Wave. Yeah. What's the new song he got?
He said Roll Wave, bro.
Shit, Journey, something Journey.
Right.
Is that Christian rap?
I never heard it, to be honest.
Think about it. It's the genre. It's still considered rap. So I don't know. If you look it up and type it in, would it be Christian rap or would it just be rap?
That's a good question. That's a good question, man.
We all dead because you ask. They'll be like, boom, shit, you dead.
Hey, I put the gun in my head before I even shot y'all because I already knew I didn't even have the answer. That's why I even did y'all with. I was like, yo, I don't even know the answer. So, and these brothers pretty sophisticated. I knew about to say some reggae dance hard. My brother Kazi would have ate that up. You know what I'm saying? If I said anything Southern, I could have said UG. Anything Southern, UG. Brother COMARK would have just ran through the whole text. You don't even got to leave Texas. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to leave Texas.
He would have said something about Rihanna because he on the replay. Boom.
Yo,
it's reggae right there.
And that is a fact. That is a fact. But definitely, this is something we should revisit to give more elaboration, I think, on this subject. Because honestly, I think we only gave a little bit of a touch, even though it's probably like a good minutes of all us giving good inputs. But, music is entirety is this is like the Bible. This is like the book could be this many pages. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about all verses. King James, you know what I'm saying? You name it, the Old Testament. That was about this long. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to everything with music. But definitely we'll love to revisit.
Hey, Mark D, if you get on this, if you can hear me, bro, I'm gonna have to get you on this podcast, bro, and see if you can talk about it.
Mark D, the doctor calling you, man. So make sure, man, we get you in next episode, man. So we love the people to give their opinions too. And anybody who also listens to this, man, never be afraid to drop your opinions in the comments below. We would love to start posting them when it comes to certain subjects, so let the people be engaged well with it. Very important that we know that y'all here. We love y'all. We thank everybody who contributed to us. Even though we say that's the last, I had to throw that in there because my boy brought up Mark D. So Mark D, brother, man, come on into the internet work. Brother Marco has called for thee, and we got some questions, and hopefully you got some. Now, in closure, because we trying to make this a short, concise one. Brothers got business. Thanksgiving is around the corner. And this conversation was actually not really had, but this is something Brother Marco had touched on as far as the importance of holidays and how, as of now, as he rewinded a minute ago, if you rewind, I should bring the clip in the front so I can show the rewind to the present. He wanted to say this part for end when it comes to how times have changed. So, Brother Marco, holidays around the corner. From the doctor's position, Mr. Soul Time.
What's up, Anti-Network? This is Marco Harrington, author of Soul Ties. Make sure you pick up the book from Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
What we looking like for this year?
Man, so we had a conversation, man. Me and a couple of my friends, a couple of my Army friends, and even my psychiatrist talked about it. Times have changed so much that we jump from one holiday to another holiday, and it speeds through that we forget about what family really means, right? Mm-hmm. So we usually, as we're gonna say, congregate, right? We get together, right? And back in our days, as 80 babies, we go from Halloween, right? We go around, we knock on everybody's door, everybody got candy or whatever like that. Thanksgiving come up, everybody decorate for Thanksgiving. We meet up as a family. we're a family. You know, food, family, football, whatever you want to call it, the three F's or whatever. We sit around, we eat, we talk to our cousins, play with our cousins, and we stay there for a long time or whatever.
Mm.
We never jump right into like Christmas. You know, I guess, Black Friday was, made in, 1950s or whatever like that. But the problem is we didn't have phones. We didn't have a bunch of TVs around. Everybody got big screens and stuff like that. We stayed in one area and we talked as a family and played as a family and we stayed there all night, all day, or whatever the case may be. Even Christmas. When Christmas came up, you seen a lot of kids outside playing with their bikes, playing with their toys and things like that. Now it's so bad as tradition. Tradition is starting to go away. Holidays are starting to come up just as like another day. We're starting to miss out on the tradition of like holidays. Halloween skip came in and we just skipped right over Thanksgiving. The next day, all Christmas stuff was up. If you went to Target or Walmart or Home Goods and stuff like that, Christmas stuff was up. Nobody even talked about Thanksgiving.
Mm.
And you think about it right now, if you ask your family members what they're doing for Thanksgiving and stuff like that, they're probably like, oh, I don't know. But if you ask back in the day, everybody was going to grandma's house or mama house, whatever like that to eat Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to ask y'all, I mean, what's y'all opinion? Why do you think that the tradition has faded or holidays, over the last couple of years or maybe even years? What's the problem we got going on right now?
Um, I'm gonna
Brother
jump in
Cap.
there. So coming from a small island, I knew about Thanksgiving and Halloween and all these things when I visited America. So when this topic came up, I was more of a let me hear what you have to say about it, because when you look at the origination or the history of some of these holidays, it's like, yeah, I don't think I would want to be part of it, because if this is the history of it, and then we just turn it into, okay, cool, let's make it something good or let's make it whatever. To me, it's like, well, that's not what this holiday. I don't know much about Thanksgiving. I never researched it, but I heard stories. I don't know, so I'm not going to speak about it. You know, but you mentioned something about Halloween. I always wondered, like, what is the history, or where did it actually come up? Like, why do we put on costumes to get candy? Like, that's like I'm gonna put on a scary costume to get candy. I never understood that. You know, so if you can help me understand why people do that, then I could be like, okay, I can comment more. When it comes to Thanksgiving, everyone get around the dinner table. We guys eat a lot, we drink, and we have fun with family. In the Caribbean growing up, my grandma, every Sunday was Thanksgiving for us, because the whole table was a big meal, feasting. All the family comes up and we sit, we talk, we laugh. This was every single Sunday. You know what I mean? And sometimes on Saturdays. So for me coming here, don't take this the wrong way. I believe capitalism have a lot to do with a lot of these holidays. That's why they're so pushed all the time. Is it really about family? Or is it about, well, you need this new gadget for your family, so you should go get that because this is the time to get it. Remember, it's Black Friday. Black Friday, you can only get this sale here. You know what I mean? Let's talk about clothing. I love clothing. I'm into the clothing game. You can get three shirts. You can get three shirts for like $4 when the manufacturing cost is 2 cents.
Hey, can I put a pin in that? Since we talking about three shirts. Hey, you see the bonus shade
Gotta
gear,
get
man?
the
Yeah, listen,
gotta
man,
get
listen.
the
Every opportunity we got a shot, man. I had to interject, man. You see the bonus shade shirt, you see the hat, Brother Marco order on the way, man. Link's gonna be in the description, man. Get your bonus shade t-shirt
Yes.
from bonusshade.com. You know what I'm saying? We supporting black-owned businesses or any business that's gonna support the Anti Network. I'm gonna be honest. Anything's gonna support us. We support them. And then of course, that's gonna be in the video. I already got the ad ready. I got the ad ready. I already got that plan for my brother Marco. But so topic. Back to what you were saying. I'm just gonna throw that in there real quick. You talking about clothes? I had to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that's just my views on certain things. It's more of okay, let me play on these holidays because again, earlier about the whole conversation rap. If I can market it and it can make money, let me do it because it just makes sense to do. So it gets rid of the whole entire family or whatever the case might be. You know what I mean? Because I remember my grandmother over that pot every Sunday. My grandmother, my grandfather over that pot. The whole family comes up, eat and enjoy ourselves. It had nothing to do with money, you know? So I guess coming to this country, I'm realizing a lot of traditions, I guess, which people call traditions, but where did it originate from? Where is it coming from? What is the history behind this tradition? You know what I mean? Or are we turning something, quote unquote, that was meant for negative into a positive? You know? So what is it? What is it? Is it really a tradition, or we want to claim a tradition because we just want to feel closer to family? Because us as people, we're getting distracted in this, so we feel when this come around now, let me
Right.
do this because I can feel closer to my family. Like, what is it? You know, I no respect to anyone, but that's just my views on it.
Actually, man, I took it as disrespect because you said capitalism ties in my country. Now I'm born in America. We don't need you to disrespect in America now. It's the land. This the land of the free and the home of the slave. That's how I'm leaving that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, all jokes aside, I agree with you on a lot of aspects when it comes to this. Personally, I'm not a holiday or religious person at all. If you look at the history of a lot of these things, and I don't want to say I'm with you. I don't like saying things out of context. But if you look
Right.
at the history of almost everything, especially holidays, all come from some dark past. Even the most obvious one, Thanksgiving. Now, the good thing about Thanksgiving is, at least coming from my time when I was younger, we did what y'all did every weekend, but almost every year. It's
Hmm.
family come together, whether it was out of town, come from Mississippi, come to Milwaukee. We all got together. Probably the best times we had at my Uncle Charles and Auntie Pookie house. That was something that we kind of loved to do. Like, family ain't see each other a minute. We had like the craziest food. Man, it was good times. Honestly, now it ain't even nothing close to traditional or family like. I think now Thanksgiving is dead in my opinion. And the only reason I think it's dead is because in Thanksgiving, I don't think people as corporate don't make the most money. That's why I don't think it's really popping like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, and I think, don't quote me, I think brother COMARK said this. When you look at Thanksgiving, the songs you see with pop next is Christmas. There's not there, but before Christmas, it's one day that goes fast. They don't put the decoration up, but this is what everybody think about Thanksgiving: Black Friday.
Mhm.
Now, Black Friday supposed to have some crazy history to it. I don't want to elaborate on that, and also Halloween. But the thing about Black Friday that to me overrides Thanksgiving is because for the people, especially the people in low economy, low income base, when you really don't have it like that, money, this is the perfect time to get the electronics a lot of us do want. Now, is that really important when you already got a working phone to have a better phone? Is it worth to get a better computer when you already got a decent computer? Especially when you can't really afford the better computer? To some, yeah. Because a lot of people, whether they're in the projects, the hood, go ahead, sir.
But here's my argument. Every year you need a new phone or a new TV. Every year you need this whatever new that's coming out. Like what happened to it last year? It's only 365 days that's passed. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
this right here is like I'm hearing you, but I'm not connecting it because it's like, okay, if you need a new TV, we get it. We get it Black Friday.
Mm.
You don't need a new television that year. You don't
Hey,
need nothing
but
new.
let me be real with you. I agree with you. You don't got to argue with me because I'm confused like you. What you saying, it
Okay.
makes a lot of sense. I don't. The thing about these things that go, in my opinion, I don't run with narratives. I look outside the box and think about it. Now, before I did get this new iPhone, I had the iPhone 11 Pro since the day it released, and I just finally upgraded in like 3 years, something like that, and that was a gift. But when it comes to today's times, there's no connection to tradition that makes sense.
Mm.
And I'm kind of happy about it, only because the things that we were celebrating, at least for this skin color, I know it could be for a lot of other skin colors, but it's the internet we're talking about. But that shit don't align with no black value, in my opinion. Like Thanksgiving, if we talk about Indians getting killed, pilgrims, well, not pilgrims, like rape, turning into pilgrims when they was native to this land, rate or the RAPE, because you know some things is sensitive nowadays. But when these things happen to change, at least from where it came from, I'm kind of happy about it. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that we don't share no unity in nothing. Even in Christmas, if you think about Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, these three things are probably at one point was the closest to having tradition with family, as far as being amongst each other, good time. Because Thanksgiving you eating good, Christmas your gifts good, and you hitting all your cousins up or your brother like, man, what do you get? You know, y'all might be interchanging the game, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then New Year's, because again, a lot of us we know didn't make it to go see 2024. So to know that brother Marco's here, brother Akazi, brother Comark, the doctor, and the brother Kazi and all that good stuff, we here. That's a celebration. Like, man, you know, we went through a lot. My brother Comark had some, you know, some run-ins with health, but my brother still standing, and I champion that brother every time I talk to him. I always tell him, hey, yo, bro, we finna go to the island. Hey, brother, we gotta take this new medicine. Hey, I think I found some new sea moss. Like, I'm always trying to push that for him. But the biggest thing when we make it to the end of the year is like, man, we made it, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't a lot of people ain't make it, but remember that is a celebration. Out of anything, that's a celebration because for us, we know plenty of family members, whether they from old age, health issues, the streets, they dropping like 5 through our years. I think in 19, I was like 13 family members and friends. Like they was just going like 5. So I think the only thing that I don't like is the fact that we don't have no sort of connection during these times with each other to recognize these days, like, man, this is actually like a blessing, whether you're religious or not. We're here, we're walking, we're talking. Now we seeing 224. Now me, brother Marco, get more gray hair. I don't know what brother Kazi doing, but you know what I'm saying?
I got some. I got a little bit.
Oh no, man.
Yeah, I got.
That boy said he got that storm going on now. I feel you.
Yeah, I got that Barack Obama going.
Hey man, hey bro.
And I'm not the president or former president.
Boy, you must got some things going on. You got that Barack Obama. You see when he walked in and when he walked out. That boy walked in. That boy had the Caesar fade all black. That boy left like he goddamn seen 3 Holocausts in his term. That boy looking stressed. So yeah.
I'm sorry. So Brother Comark, like, what's your thoughts on this? Closing it out.
So man, it's just I think technology got a lot of things to do with it. That whole Black Friday behind Thanksgiving, man, has killed the tradition of Thanksgiving. About us getting it because we so focused on what to get next. The promotion behind, like you said, three shirts for $12 or whatever like that. We just looking for it. Yeah, we just looking for it. And them ain't gonna be $12 though, but you know.
Neither is the book. Neither is the book. But you know what I'm saying?
Promotion coming up. I might put it for $12 if we the price is right. Hey,
we're gonna do it.
It will be on sale. Black Friday.
Black Friday.
We talking about it, but Black Friday. But I think the traditions is behind us, man. We so much on our cell phones and push the narrative of Black Friday, and Black Friday actually came